So what was your favorite machine gun to work on?
240, period. Easy.
Woo!
7.62, 240. It's not because it was my main gun. It's because if I had to get into a real fight with somebody, that's the gun that I want. Because I ain't got to be stationary. I ain't carrying a big ass Mark 19 by myself. I'm not carrying a freaking 50 cal by myself. But at 240, I give me a couple contact belts. I can put that up in my. I can carry 1,800 rounds. I know I can do that. Cause I carry 1,800 through Fallujah. I give me a backpack 1,800 rounds, and I can get that 240, and I can move where I need to move to, and I can reach you from 1,800 meters.
Or you feel like a big ass Gundam wing machine
Bro,
in that bitch.
Bro, that 240 is my favorite gun, bro. Like that hog is everything, man. Like I would propose to it if it was an opportunity to get married to it. I would.
Wow. Yeah, man. So that's like how many pounds you carrying? Like 300, over 300?
Well, no. Well, it depends if you got on all your combat load, man. But the 240 only like was 26 pounds. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about with like everything else though. Like that's like extra 100 pounds on you. Like, you know,
Well,
you carrying on
100 rounds. Oh, you about to put me on the spot. I ain't trying to mess my prac up. 100 rounds of 7.62 is about 7 pounds. It's about 7 pounds per 100 rounds. So you do the math for 7 times 18.
Okay.
That'd be how many pounds you carry. And you carry that much ammo. Then it's happy place in the flak jacket. That's probably about front, back, side, flak. That's probably about 25, 30 pounds, give or take. The flak jacket with all this happy place and stuff in it. And then a magazine, about 28, 30 rounds. I don't remember the weight of that, but give or take, that's about a pound and some change. A full mag. And you carry 6 of them. And then a 240.
Okay. And y'all moving with them bitches too, though.
The rest of them guns, like, you got to be mounted. You need to be mounted on a truck. You need to be mounted on a tripod. But 240, I got some anchor bipods on it, so I get on top of a house. I can go, about 900 meters away, get to the high ground, and watch you come out your house, and so let you do your thing. But if I got that 50 cal, I'm stuck unless I'm on a vehicle.
Which one would you say was the most challenging, recruit training or combat training?
Combat training was the hardest. Combat training was the hardest because we had to really accept what it's like to lose somebody. Like going through the SOTG packages and going through some of the stuff that we did, and having the caliber staff COs and NCOs that we had with like how real they was with us, like having to embrace like taking somebody's life, or having to embrace one of us not coming back. I believe that's more difficult. Boot camp is one of those things. It's like it's only as hard as you make it, but it can't be that hard because everything is like a surprise to you. You know what I'm saying? You just go through the experience. It's like going through a freaking haunted house. Let me go through the experience of boot camp for 13 weeks. As long as I don't hurt myself, I keep waking up, I can make it.
Okay. So let's fast forward now. Before combat trading began, we got 2001, 9/11. Rest in peace to everyone who was impacted by 9/11. I was in the 3rd grade when 9/11 happened, man. Like it was just craziness. I was in the 3rd grade when that happened, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Like, man, like I remember I didn't really understand what was going on at the time because like we were in Fort Polk at the time. My dad was in the Army still, so I saw a lot of running around. I was wondering like why everybody running around. I didn't really understand what was going on. And then like I get home, and then my dad, was like, "You see what happened?" It was like because there's footage on the news of this woman talking. She was in the hospital bed, just talking about what happened, and he was just like, they attacked, the Twin Towers. I didn't know what that meant at the time. You know what I'm saying? But then, later on down the line, it was like my mom came home, was like, "Hey, your dad's about to get ready to deploy to war." You know what I'm saying? And then at that time, I was thinking Full Metal Jacket. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit. But I'm thinking like Glory, all that crazy shit. I'm like, bruh, like that shit about to happen. I didn't know what to think, you know, at that time, and I had to be the man of the house at that time. You know what I'm saying? So that was my experience of what was going on in 2001. What was your experience like in 2001?
I was in the field, bro. We had Gunner Weiss, man. This cool ass dude, man, from some part of Tennessee. Gunner Weiss was like a lifestyle company, dog. And he got there and he heard about Aubrey McDade, and everybody been building me up because I was really doing my thing, bro. I'm not even being cocky. Like, stay flow on the camis, good PFT, on my thing with the machine gun, bullet in the ring every Friday, somebody getting tapped out. Like, I was on my thing. And but I got hurt. So I had to be the radio operator so I can get some time to recover. And Gunner Weiss is one of them old head salt dog gunnery stars. He's like, he's just a corporate, something he don't know. He ain't that freaking shot out. I don't care how much y'all tell me. So we go to the field. I got to make this call over the radio. I don't know what it was, bro, but I said Igloo instead of India. He said, Igloo? Igloo? And he went off, bro. He snapped off slave, bro. So wearing my ass out in the field. And then as I'm doing this push, pull, crunch, whatever he got me doing, I got pine needles all stuck to my face and everything. It come on the radio, what happened? Just like you, bro. I don't know nothing about Twin Towers. I don't know nothing about what they talking about. I just see my gunner sergeant who got this face like he trying to hold his bearing, but I can see something is wrong. And I look up, I'm like, hey, Gunner, what's going on? He said, man, we're under attack. I'm thinking some training shit, bro. Like, oh, let me get up, get my blouse on, get my rifle, go get behind a tree and butter jam. You know, no. Like our nation is under attack. Like, 2 planes hit Twin Towers. Like, you know what you mean, Twin Towers? He's like, World Trade Center. What you mean? You don't know what the World Trade Center is? I'm like, coming to America? And he started laughing. He started laughing. Like, he said, man, I don't know why you so freaking stupid, but I freaking needed that. I needed that. He took me to formation, man, and the company got together and they told us what was happening. It was game on in, man. It was like the top of the roller coaster that you get to, like the Joker or the Batman or whatever, just go down and go all that. That's what it was, bro. Because we instantly started going this crazy training. Hypothermia, freaking SOTG like every week, Coxswain's course, boat company, Bridgeport, Norway packages, all kind of crazy stuff, man. Like, it just started going crazy for the tempo of training. So, yeah.
And then y'all were like one of the first to go in. So y'all, like, we were new to this whole scenario of being overseas, because last time we were overseas was back in the early 90s, you know, when it comes to Iraq and Afghanistan and things of that nature. And then before that, you had Vietnam War, you know, so you might have had different wars like Bosnia and all that,
right,
Mogadishu and all that in between. But I'm talking about like the wars that everybody knows on the mainstream platform. Like, so I want you to like dive deep into like being deployed over to Fallujah, man, like the original plan of what was supposed to happen when y'all went over there and how it actually turned out, you know, because it's one thing to prepare for something, but it's another to really be in the field fighting.
I was going to get the Marine Corps. I was getting out. And I want to tell the whole story because it's in, most of it's in the book too.
Yeah.
But I was got the Marine Corps, man, and Cleghorn, Castellucci, Coppock, and Cotto. 4C, C4. I called them C4. I picked those guys up from Geiger, and I just kind of learned, man, they're not gonna have no field operations. They're not gonna do anything. They're gonna go straight to Fallujah, Iraq, and whatever they got is what they got, and they sit right with me. So I went on deployment with them. The plan was politically, obviously, to go over there to liberate or eradicate the city of Fallujah from the terroristic presence of Al Qaeda or whatever. I'm just making up something, but something like that. Basically, go through. You see the enemy, kill the enemy. But it goes back to what I was telling you what I'm telling you about the few and the proud, man. It's vital that everybody at those phases do their job in the most critical way, man, in the most attention to detail kind of way, because there's a certain caliber of person that it takes to be in this theater, to have this attention to detail, to have this investment, to get up every day, and reset and recharge and go ahead and know that today could be my last day. Every day. So if boot camp not on lock, I don't care about the recruiter. Recruiter, you do whatever you got to do, get him in there, we'll weed him out. But if the depot not on lock, MCRD San Diego, MCRD Paris Island, we're going to lose. If they're not on lock, then we're going to lose. So everything in combat, man, you can't really say that things went according to plan, because is there really a plan for a bullet that doesn't have any eyes or names? You know what I'm saying? It's I don't know how many, I don't know what the science is behind people that got killed by straight bullets, but we went over there to do a job, and I think we did it to the level that only we can do it. It's not a Brock thing or a 1-8 thing. I just know that, you know, the Lord don't put you in a position that you can't handle. You feel what I'm saying? So what happened over there happened the way it was supposed to happen, and I give a lot of value to it for God's plan, because I work to not harbor and hold on to things that I can't control, and I work to dig until my hands start bleeding, to find the goodness in what it was that I experienced. Because I understand that holding on to things I can't control becomes a cancer, and you mess around and have a attempt at killing yourself. It grows out of you, bro. When you can't hold, when you can't change something and you continue to try to hold on to it, it becomes a cancer. Is it going to destroy you from the outside in or the inside out? But you're going to eventually lose yourself trying to hold on to things you can't control. So, for the rigors of combat, man, it's kind of hard. The question is kind of like saying, "Yep, I got the game plan for the Super Bowl. We'll go ahead and we'll execute." Nah, bro, them dudes on the other side got something to say too. And you don't know they. I don't care how much film you watch. You don't know that they willing to put a bomb on a baby. You don't know they willing to get in the suicide bungalow truck. You don't know, because they don't have to fight by the Geneva Convention. You don't know what they're willing to do to win this game. So there's really no question of did the fight go according to plan. I mean, for me it did, because I came home and I'm breathing, right? But for the nation, did it really? I don't have a good reason as to why Anderson ain't here, Wells ain't here, Jimenez ain't here, Gabriel ain't here. You know what I'm saying? Brown ain't here, Markku ain't here. I don't have any reason as to why the Marines ain't here that I can say they died honorably, besides the eagle of an ankle on the leopard's pocket. That's me keeping the buck. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a bitch ass thing that we went over there and fought for that was worth dealing with all the shit that we deal with now. I don't see
it. Wow. If you could recollect the moments that occurred that, you know, caused you to earn the Navy Cross, man, can you like dive in that a little bit? Like, what was the air feeling like at that moment? If you could take us back at that time.
Bro, we had just lost. This is November 9th, November 10th. We had just lost Wells. We had just lost Jimenez. And Gunner Shane had just got hit by a sniper as well. He didn't die, but he had to be extracted out of the battlefield. We leave the Mayor's Complex and we're going to Phase Line Grace. I don't remember Phase Line Grace because that's what it was named and that's where everything happened at. Before we deployed, remember I told you I was going to get out, but I came back and I started training with everybody. And me, Sergeant G, Sergeant Williams, Mulak, all the badass squad leaders and team leaders, badass squad team leaders from 1st Platoon, and the rest of the company. I don't remember my platoon. We was able to sit in this brief. And in the brief, they were telling us about how the Iraqi Special Forces were going to have a white bandana on the left arm and a red bandana on the left leg or something like that. Whatever the marking was, it was bandanas. And for me, I was like, man, it's child's play, bro. Like, I was a teeter as a kid. Like, we playing tag. No, you didn't touch me. You didn't touch me. I was on 18. I would, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to cheat. I understand the enemy can do this as well. I asked these questions in front of this brief and everything, bro. And this I want to say it was Lieutenant Colonel. I don't remember his name, but he told me, hey, don't wait up everything, double dog. Go out there and get the job done. You know, also we was told that the Iraqi Special Forces was supposed to be babysat by the Army. Again, I'm a courageous conversation dude, bro. I ain't gonna never go to bed and not know what's going on. I'm not
Right.
leaving a conversation and I don't know what's going on. I'm not leaving a conversation if I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna ask the questions. Answer. So if the Iraqi Special Forces are not with the the chaperones from the Army, can we deem them as threats? Yes. If they are by themselves in your area of operation, they are not on our team. They are considered to be enemy. Bet. Fast forward back to the ambush. Not really sure what happened with that, but our lead element, I've been talking to some Marines that I pulled out of the ambush, so I'm now starting to get some different bits and pieces of the story that are different than what I remember it to be. But this whole time that I thought that Anderson was the point man for this, and my man Dominic told me that he was the point man for it, or whatever the case may be. Either way, he was part of Anderson's team, and his team was that lead.
Uh,
Yeah,
real quick, what's for those of people out there who don't know what a point man is, what's a point man?
a point man, like literally like a pinpoint, the tip of the spear, the person that's leading the direction, the person that's leading the way. Um, and the PR already, I don't know what PR stands for, but it was a piece of crap, so you ain't got to know about it anyway. I was trying to talk to them. Hey, our lead element, the point man, which was just the front team, saying, "Hey, we got Iraqi Special Forces ahead." In my mind, I'm looking at the map real fast and pull out my flak jacket, look at the map. No, they're not supposed to be here. Open fire, open fire, open fire. You know, so nobody can hear me though, because line of sight radio, distance, and all that other kind of stuff, you know, so on and so forth. So I immediately take my machine guns, Rose and Cobras. Hey man, y'all get the machine guns, avenue of approach, give me some overwatch, and I start running to the front. I'm a pretty fast cat, man. Not no Tyreek Hill on that stuff, but I'm a pretty fast sprinter. But I felt like my body running in slow motion. You feel me? So when I get to by the time I get to the front, man, all hell already broke loose. Then I opened up the alleyway, and at the end of the fight, we learned they had machine guns like us, my Deuce 50 cal machine guns like us, and RPKs and grenades. Obviously, I know this prior going to that, man, and I go to the CCP, which is a casualty collection point, just a place that you clear out and you bring all of the people that need to be tended to medically or medevac out of the kill zone. But it's a safe space for them to come to, a safe structure for them to be in. And I get up there, bro, and I meet Gunner Sergeant Brown, and he tells me that we got 3 down. I think Anderson may be dead. And in this moment, I'm telling him, I go get them, just don't let me die. I don't know how I feel in this moment, man. It's not nervous. It's not afraid. It's not nervous. It's not fear. It's
Is it adrenaline?
commitment, man. It was commitment. I'd already gave myself permission to go and put my life on the line. I already knew what it was for me when I got out there. So at the end of the day, I didn't have nothing to lose. I made the decision. I made this decision before I came. So we were doing tank integration training on ITC, which is Iraqi Training Center. Iraqi Training Center, where they did right outside of Fallujah, Camp Fallujah. And I remember Gunner Sergeant Brown picking up Gog and had all his gear on, because I asked the question, what happens if one of our tank members, what if our infantry members get hit trying to protect this tank? And Gunner Sergeant Brown like, you pick your freaking brother up. But he picked him up with all that gear on, bro. In my mind, I was like, it's impressive, but both of y'all asses is toast. So in my mind, I made up that moment, if that ever happens to me, I'm pulling all this gear off. So back to the ambush. I pull all this gear off. And before I get ready to go, Cobras comes in and says, hey man, what you need me to do with this machine gun? I'm like, bro, shoot the motherfuckers that's shooting at us. So he go out and do whatever he got to do. Now I was already ready to go, but he done had me reset. So I dropped down, do a couple of push-ups. I like to say, you know, a good number, but I don't think it was that many. And I got my nuts up, bro. And I dashed across this alleyway, man. And I landed on, man, rest in peace, Robert Kelly, bro. He later became a lieutenant. I think he's with 25, 35. I forget the unit. I don't know the unit. But he led some Marines as a first lieutenant and sang in Afghanistan, man, and gave his life for the country. But he's the first Marine that I met in an alleyway. And he told me where everyone was at. And Wasn't really sure. Didn't really have a plan of how I was gonna do any of this stuff, man. I just committed and I just started going. I didn't have a relationship with the Lord at the time, but I'm gonna tell you right now that I do. I know that He was doing what He was doing when He was doing what He did. Right. So I land on Kelly, man. I'm on top of him. He's hysterical, and I put my Kevlar on his. Hey, Kelly, bro, I need you, bro, man. Tell me where they at. Tell me where they at. He said, I think Anderson is dead. I think somebody's on the left, somebody's on the right side of the alley. So I jump up and I run, bro. I jump over this porch, and when it's like a real life alley, like not necessarily like New York type stuff. It got more like a Arizona type vibe, if you will.
Okay, I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Yeah, so I'm able to jump over this porch, man. I landed on these Marines, and one of them, my brother, man, Andrew Russell. He later became a father after the fight. He got a baby girl, Blake Aubrey, that he named after me, man. So that's my girl. But he was shot in his left leg, I believe, and it was hanging on by a piece of flesh, probably about as big as your wrist, man. There's a of him, man. It's dark in his alleyway, and then it becomes light. Through a couple of conversations that I had this year, I learned that there's somebody in the alleyway popping up illumination rounds, so we was able to see. And my 240 opened up. I don't know who it was, but I know my hog opened up, so I was able to get Russell on my shoulder and start running to the CCP. And as I'm going to the CCP, man, there's bullets hitting before me, bullets hitting behind me, bullets getting closer, hitting before me, bullets getting closer, hitting behind me. As I'm thinking about that bracketing me, by the next verse, they're probably gonna get me, man. Like I've accepted this already. Damn, they bracketing me. And I fall into a pothole, man, and me and Russell both fall perpendicular to the way the rounds is coming. I seen Russell this year in May. We was in Cleveland, Texas. We went out there and had our reunion, and I was able to see him, and we had this story. And I told us, man, he was on the ground, man. He was screaming in agony and pain, bro. Like screaming, bro, like to the top of your lungs, like, don't let me die. Sergeant McDade, don't let me die. Screaming. And bullets bouncing all around him. Man told me, he said, man, I seen bullets bouncing all around you too. Like a force field was freaking protecting us, bro. Mm-hmm. So I get up to the casualty collection point, kind of like this. We just got married, Carrie. So I get him to the collection point. And I come back out, man, and I know you see this darkness, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm blending in with the night. They can see me, dog. I don't know if it's illumination rounds or if they had night vision capability. I don't know what it was, bro. So when I come out the second time, man, I'm just going to low crawl to the ground and just stay tight to the wall. And they shoot dirt flying all around me, man. The vegetation around me is on fire. And I'm crawling. Got my face on the ground. I have no idea where I'm going, bro. No idea. I didn't know I found Russell. I don't know how I found Dominic. I just know that I was on the left side of the alleyway. I got lucky and found Russell. I got blessed and found Russell, however you believe. And on the right side, the same way. I got on Dominic, put all his gear off. He wanted to keep his weapon, get him back to the casualty collection point, bro.
Wow.
I come out the third time. Remember, Gunner Son Brown told me we're not going to have tank support for like 45 minutes. We're not going to have support for like 45 minutes. And I want to say that I was doing this whole song and dance for 45 minutes. I just believe that I ain't the only Marine that really embodies being my brother's keeper. So Tanks was like, man, bump this. I'm going to go over here where these guys are. So Tanks came over there, gave us the support. I was able to talk to the tank crew and orient them to where the enemy was at. Cause I never had positive ID. I just know they shooting at me from this way and I'm running. You know how it is. You look back, you run slower. So I'm not looking at the fire. I'm just running and doing my thing. Before I knew that the tank was getting ready to fire, they had already called their cadence, located the enemy, boom, fire, bro, and everything goes out. All the lights go out. I can't see nothing. I'm numb. Now you seen it like a tank on TV when the fire, it jumps off the ground. Like it really was like that, bro. Like the concussion from the tank when it sent a shockwave through my body, man. And I was gone. I remember just keep on trying to touch the tank so I don't get shot, but it fired again, boom, and it buckled me. I got snot running out my nose, my ears ringing, my eyes watering. I don't know what's going on. And it was like this, and then everything came together, and I was able to stand up. And I stood up, and I was accidentally over Anderson's body. I'm going to tell you, man, I think the Lord protected me from being able to see Anderson's body because I don't know if I would have been able to keep it. Now, I don't remember Anderson, bro. I don't remember what he looked like. I remember Anderson, but in the alleyway, I don't remember his body. I don't remember his gear. I remember what everybody told me. Keep it in the buck. Keep it in the buck. I remember what everybody told me. I know what I did, but for some reason, man, I remember Russell. I remember Dominance. He got shot through the neck of the show, right through the trap. I remember it. Anderson, I think it was too much for me, man. For real, I keep it too much for me. Cause I met that's on Knopf this year too. He was the combat camera guy out there for us. I said, man, did I really get easy? Yeah, bro. You got his gear. You telling me what to do, and I helped you get his gear. I was like, yeah, man. That's the hardest part about that fight, bro. I don't remember none of that with Anderson, man. And then after that, the hardest part was now it ain't no fun when the rapper got the gun. So now the Marines are crying, bro. Mm. You know, you get that pain in your throat, my dude. Like you get ready to, like it hurt. Yeah. Like you want to shed tears, you can't. Right. I can't do that. And I got to lock in. No, it ain't going to end like this, bro. Get your ass up. Let's go. This fight ain't over with. We on day 3. This day 3. We in. Day 3.
Shit, how many more days y'all got?
We go from November 7th to, I'm sorry, this day 3 going to day 4, because we got there at the night of November 10th. They closed over into November 11th. That's why my Sante said November 11th, but it started on the 10th. It just ended on the 11th. So it started on the Rico birthday and then it ended on the 11th. But we went from November 7th until like the first week of December.
God.
First week of December.
Damn. Was it bad every fucking day?
We didn't get distracted from the combat zone until December 22nd.
So it was on and popping like that up to December 22nd.
Now it was on and popping like that up until Thanksgiving that year. It was November 25th. I know it was November 25th because my late father's birthday is November 24th. And I don't think about him because how crazy he was. But this day, I really had him on me. I was like, man, why am I thinking about him so much? I done put all these people down. Had I gone crazy like him, I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking about him that much. And we lost Marines on Thanksgiving, bro. Like literally on Thanksgiving. JT and Marcoux on Thanksgiving. There's a couple of other ones that I believe passed Thanksgiving, but these Marines were like actually I had a personal relationship with. And Marcoux was one of them, man, on Thanksgiving. And then even after that, we didn't really lose nobody, but we had a couple of pop shots here and there where we had to engage the enemy. So the entire month of November, maybe a little bit of December, before we went to the soda factory, yeah, bro, we was pulling the trick on people.